Welcome, everyone. This is Nichel Anderson. I'm your host for my podcast show, Surviving Your Journey Towards Success. Thank you for joining me for this week, the first month of this year, 2019. In this episode, it would be episode 52, entitled, Why Laughter is Your Best Defense. So, in this particular episode, I want to just have a light discussion, but an important discussion that focuses on the overall having laughter in your life that can move you forward, because that's my primary objective. That's what I feel that my purpose has brought me to in this moment of time through my writing and through other projects that I have, created, produced, or what have you. And this particular podcast was basically coming from the book that I was inspired, the first book that I was inspired to write when I was working in corporate America. After I wrote an initial manuscript that was Mitzrayim. That was the first manuscript that called me to write. But this one here, the Corporate America, Surviving Your Journey to Success, was the first one that really brought me into the mindset to get it published and to get that done. Mitzrayim took a while to get it published. By the time I had wrote that. And Corporate America, Surviving Your Journey was the element of pushing me, influencing me to follow what was evidently going to be my calling, to write. And in the writing that I will be sharing with other people is to inspire, to inform, to motivate. So that was basically, it was 2002 or 2003, and thereafter had got it published, Corporate America, Surviving Your Journey to Success. So this topic here makes me smile, makes me remember the struggles that I encountered, and hopefully have you to remember, but in a way to find the good out of it, meaning that the lesson that you learn. Sometimes things or the struggles that we experience are so bad. I mean, is this bad? Okay, is this, the things that we went through, and it's not saying, oh, brush it off, it doesn't matter. I don't really teach that, because I feel you have to acknowledge it for what it was. And some people like to kind of flip it and make it good when it's not good. Things are just bad. Things went wrong, period. And we find that in our scriptures and in the different books that people have left us to learn about humanity and about our spirituality. But not to get too more far on that, today is basically to focus on why laughter is the best defense. So let me go ahead and start my podcast by saying, in this day, I am thankful to the prime creator of all things, that I give thanks for this blessing and opportunity, that I will use it for the greater good. So welcome, my survivors of the journey, to my podcast that aims to inspire and motivate, that you will continue to have joy, peace of mind, and for your sustained success. So let me get to my important point, where my important point segment it's going to focus on why laughter is the byproduct of joy. We can sustain the laughter and peace of mind in our lives to reach joyfulness by planting the seeds of good deeds consistently. That's why those that have done bad, negative deeds, laughter doesn't last long with them, because it has no roots, of truth, love, positive growth, repenting, asking for forgiveness. That's why even though they're laughing now, it doesn't last. You want the laughter that lasts a lifetime. So the wisdom point of my segment today is, the power of laughter brings forth your awareness to humanity, that on our journey we aim to grow and enjoy the moments for us to learn from them, especially the good moments. The bad moments it's a time for us to take a step back, observe it, not as a victim, but as a way to grow and to get more stronger and wiser. I think the struggles and the terrible things that we experience in our lives is a way for us to not only become stronger, but to redefine our courage. Courage leads to your mental peace. I'm going to say that again. Your courage leads to your mental peace. Some people have a little bit of courage. Some people don't have any courage. Some people have a lot of courage. All right. That's the main takeaway Why is this important? Why is laughter is important? Well, it is the top element, or one of those main elements that you pull out your survivor backpack to use to combat depression. You want to stop your depression? One of the elements to do that is to laugh. Okay, so who are we really talking about? I'm talking about every or anyone that struggles at times due to life challenges that they experience or are experiencing or will experience. The people that appear on our journey in our lives to trip us up, want us to focus on the negative, want us to be depressed, okay, in a disguise of peace, that we must use a way to laugh it off and keep moving. Sometimes people are just there in your life just to focus on the negative and not the positive, so you won't believe in yourself. So what does this look like when laughter is not used? It's misery, believing in the lies that were told to you or about you, to frame your mind and believing into what you were never were, okay? And that goes into what it looks like is basically depression over time and high anxiety, which leads to stress and a lot of doubt of your ability to do it. So you have to learn to laugh of the struggles and the failures and get back up to that. Let me give you some strategy to succeed. The first one is you have to remember in the struggle that if you're still here, like you made it through, that is the ultimate victory. So you have to smile about that, okay? No matter what you did lose doing that battle, doing the neglect, doing the abandonment, you're still standing. Life is power. Power is life. So when the lows come to you, you have to remember your winning status, that you're still standing. You got to remember the good that came out of that. Eventually, you will laugh about it and laugh, because I am a testimony to that. All the hell I've been through, I can actually laugh about it. I can't say it took a year after it happened. It took some decades. Once the point is that I got to a point in my life that I'm able to laugh about all that pain and misery that was inflicted on me, and I'm able to flip it and look at it and laugh how the insanity that those individuals were to think that they were destructible and they could do this and that and not pay for nothing, and to tell all those lies. That's why I really do believe more strongly now that truth always come back up. It's never destroyed. It's just covered up for a moment of time. And if you hold on long enough, you can laugh through it to think that if nobody is strong. And I'm just saying this on this earth, to think that you're stronger than truth. Truth is life. Truth is power. So the other thing about strategies to succeed that you could do is you have to continue to learn to smile through the struggle when you're actually going through it. Okay. Anyway. Okay, force you to look. It will force you to focus on the horizon, way over that, because in time laughter will come out of nowhere. And I'm again a testimony to that. And I have to tell you, sitting on this mountaintop, it's a beautiful scene. Oh, it's serene, honey. It is serene. I'm here to tell you, my brother, the peace and the laughter and the strength and the power and the wisdom that I obtained, so can you. So here is your task to dusk to dawn. Okay, the first one, you got to find a good joke or a movie that makes you laugh so hard that you can't stand up straight. You got to replay that often, and remember, not only the struggle of how hard and painful and emotional drain that it occurred in your life, but you have to think about when you are not actively reviewing it as a victim, but more as strength, as a position of strength, because you're still standing. So you want to think about something that makes you happy and makes you laugh, a good joke, a good movie, and replay that in your mind during the challenges, because sometimes challenges last a day, a week, a month, sometimes for us a quarter, a year, and that helps you to kind of regroup. So as this day progresses, each day you find a way to laugh, force yourself to laugh. You're gonna be sometimes you can't laugh and you have to cry, scream, and yell, but you give that moment the focus for a while, and okay, after 12 hours, that's it, I'm gonna laugh anyway and come back to it, whatever that's still going on. So your task to dusk to dawn for this part of my segment, the first thing is you have to find, like I said, a good joke or a movie that makes you laugh so hard that you can't really focus so much. The second thing is your task to dusk to dawn is keep your heart close to you, in a sense connected, that you're feeling it, that you understand it, that you know that it's really in pain, but to remember that you are special enough and worthy enough by your good deeds planted to laugh off the previous circumstances that did not win over you. On the contrary, they fell and you continue to stand. That's the takeaway on that. So your motivational inspiration today is that in laughter we find our vulnerabilities, yes, but it's also an opportunity that to know that it's just just a stepping stone of those vulnerabilities when you experience that painful experience, and that laughter is your defense because you're laughing it off, and it brings you to your awareness of your strength, of how strong you are mentally, physically, emotionally, especially emotionally. That's key. And that is in your victory by obtaining and acknowledging that you survived it. You survived it. You survived all of that mess so you can laugh it off. Enjoy, have a belly old laugh, as we say here in the States. That means you're laughing so hard your stomach hurt. You're rolling on the floor. You're just laughing because you're enjoying the moment of joy. That's joyfulness in your heart. That's what laughter is. It's coming from the root of what joyfulness is. And it's happiness and it's a peace of mind, and you deserve it. All right, to your success. Thank you. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. Just to let you know, I create professional development and personal enrichment courses. Right now, I have the Blueprint for Success, and I also have Leadership. The Blueprint for Success is for personal enrichment, giving you that personal development in the sense of working on areas to make you strategize more better, make you identify the areas you want to work on, to identify your goals and make it happen. The professional aspect, of course, is that leadership to help you to be a better leader and a prestige leader. Okay, and so go ahead and check those courses out. If you have any questions, you can contact me at info@nichelanderson.com. You will see those links regarding my courses and my email at the bottom of the description of this podcast episode. Also, don't forget to sign up for my newsletter. Go ahead, if you've been joining me for a while, go ahead and drop your email. I do not spam, and that can help you to further get a feel for my courses, or even some information I want to provide that I'm not doing the podcast. Okay, so let's stay connected. Sign up for my newsletter. Also, I have a book. My book is titled Corporate America: Surviving Your Journey Towards Success. You can get that at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or any bookstore. Go ahead and buy that book. Get in the know. And I also just want to ask to continue to follow me, or if you haven't followed me on my social platform, I am on Twitter and Facebook, mainly those two. So go ahead and follow me. I do every week on Twitter motivational quotes that I write, and also sometimes I quote things that are motivational, things that I think about, things that I think people are thinking about, and giving them an aspect of that. So go ahead and check that out. And just to recap, that this podcast will release every Monday by 10 a.m. So thank you so much. All right, have a good one. In my closing, I want to say thank you again for joining me today. Here is my closing statement for you. Be you that strengthens and inspires your ability to be strong in your journey endeavor. It's a good thing towards your mental peace and joy, always to your success.